arabolla kammoy men sidino ko indima mbadin kato kanoma kayrole makote arabolla kammoy men sidino ko indima mbadin kato kanoma kayrole makuti qur'ano la fasarolu haditholu londolu
Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsanin ila yawmiddin wa sallama tasliman kathira. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, welcome to the weekly Arabic lessons. We are going to lesson 6, Ad-Darsu Sadisu, the sixth lesson. Ad-Darsu Sadisu, the sixth lesson. In this lesson, we will study what we call هذه. We will study هذه. هذه means this. هذه means this in the feminine form or in the case of feminine. And then we have هذا also means this, but in the case of masculine. In other words, in our lesson 1, in our first episode, we learned about هذا. Lesson 1 up to lesson 5, we have been learning about هذا. So هذا has 3 conditions. The first condition for you to use هذا or for هذا to be used is it has to be close to you. It has to be near. And the second condition is it has to be mufrad. It has to be singular. And then the third condition is it has to be masculine. It has to be masculine. For example, هذا waladun. This is a boy. You cannot say هذا bintun. In that case, you use هذه. هذه bintun. This is a girl. So these are the 3 conditions of هذا. It has to be mufrad. It has to be singular. It has to be qareeb. It has to be close to the one talking. And it has to be mudhakkar. It has to be masculine. So هذا it is a demonstrative noun. It's what we call ismul ishara. It is a demonstrative noun. So for it to be used, these 3 conditions we have mentioned have to be fulfilled. So in other words, or on the other hand, we have what we call هذه. هذه is also ismul ishara. It is a demonstrative noun. And it has 3 conditions. It has to be qareeb, the thing you are demonstrating at or pointing at. It has to be close to you. For you to use هذه, these 3 conditions have to be met. It has to be qareeb. It has to be close to you. The thing you are pointing at, it has to be mufrad. It has to be singular, and that is mufrad. And the third one is it has to be mu'annath. It has to be feminine. It has to be feminine. So the difference between هذا and هذه is feminine and masculine. But the other conditions remain the same. That is qareeb and mufrad. It has to be close to you, and mufrad, it has to be singular. So you cannot say هذه waladun. You cannot say this is a boy by using هذه waladun. Instead, you have to use هذا waladun. And you cannot use هذا bintun. This is a girl. But you have to say هذه bintun. هذه is for feminine and هذا is for masculine. The other conditions, qareeb, closeness, it has to be close to you. And then mufrad, it has to be singular. They have to be observed. So these are the conditions of هذه. The ha is what we call harf tanbih, the particle of attention. Harf tanbih. You want to attract the attention of someone, that's why we use aha. So harf tanbih. And the dha is what you call ismul ishara. Ismul ishara. So the first example we have is هذا ابن حامد. هذا ابن حامد. This is Hamid's son. We don't say هذا ابن حامد. It is wrong. We say هذا ابن because there's alifun wasli in between the ba and the dha. There's alifun wasli. Alifun wasli means the alif that connects. So هذا ابن حامد. This is Hamid's son. وهذه بنت ياسر. And this is Yasir's daughter. وهذه bintu Yasirin, and this is Yasir's daughter. So this has to be understood. Hada and hadihi, where to use them. So hada ibn Hamidin, this is Hamid's son. Wa hadihi bintu Yasirin, and this is Yasir's daughter. So these two examples are all examples of Jumlatul Ismiya, the nominal sentence. Hada ibn Hamidin and wa hadihi bintu Yasirin. So hada is the mubtada, and then ibnu is the khabar. You don't say hada ibnu Hamidin, but you have to say hada ibnu Hamidin. Hada is the mubtada, it is the subject of the sentence. Ibnu is the khabar, it is the predicate. Wa huwa mudafun, it is also mudaf, and Hamidin is mudafun ilayhi. Hamidin, it is mudafun ilayhi. It is something, it is the owner. Mudafun ilayhi is the owner, or something that owns. So ibnu here is mudafun. It is the khabar, and then mudaf. Wa huwa mudafun, and Hamidin mudafun ilayhi. Mudafun is always marfu', and mudafun ilayhi is always majroor. And wa hadhihi bintu Yasirin, the waw is what we call harfu adfin. It is the harf that connects sentences or names or whatever together. So hadhihi is the mubtada, that is the second part of the sentence, the second sentence. The mubtada is the hadhihi. Bintu is the khabar, it is the predicate. Wa huwa mudaf, or wa huwa mudafun, and then Yasirin is mudafun ilayhi. Ibn Hamidin jalisun. Ibn Hamidin jalisun. Hamid's son is seated, or is sitting. Hamid's son is seated. Wa bintu Yasirin waqifatun, and Yasir's daughter is standing. And Yasir's daughter is standing. You say waqifatun. We don't say waqifun, because waqifatun, it is feminine, and it has to go with bint. Man hadhihi, who is this? Man hadhihi, who is this? Hadhihi ukhtul muhandisi. This is the engineer's sister. Hadhihi ukhtul muhandisi. This is the engineer's sister. So hadhihi ukhtul muhandisi, it is an example of Jumlatul Ismiya. Hadhihi, it is the mubtada, it is ismul ishara, but it is the mubtada. Ukhtu is the khabar. The mubtada is the subject of the sentence. Ukhtu is the khabar, it is the predicate. Wa huwa mudafun. Al muhandisi is mudafun ilayhi. Mudafun ilayhi is always majroor, and mudafun is always marfu'. Marfu'un bil dhamma, and then majroorun bil kasra. Ahiya aydan muhandisatun. Is she also an engineer? Ahiya aydan muhandisatun. Is she also an engineer? The jawab, the response is la hiya tabibatun. La hiya tabibatun. No, she is a doctor. She is a doctor. Tabibatun means a female doctor, and tabibun means a male doctor. So la here is la an-nafiya. There are two types of la. We have la an-nafiya, the la of negation, and la an-nahiya, the la of prohibition, or the prohibitive la. So this, in this case, is la of negation, la an-nafiya. So la hiya tabibatun. No, she is a doctor. Tabibun is a male doctor, tabibatun is a female doctor. So here is the mubtada, and then tabibatun is the khabar. And la is not the mubtada, so mubtada cannot be harf. Sayyaratu man hadhihi. Whose car is this? Sayyaratu man hadhihi. Whose car is this? Hadhihi sayyaratul mudiri. Hadhihi sayyaratul mudiri. This is the principal's car. This is the principal's car, which means it is the car of the principal. So hadhihi is the mubtada, it is the subject of the sentence, and then sayyaratu is the khabar, it is the predicate, wa huwa mudafun, And then al-mudiri is mudafun ilayhi. This is an example of al-jumlatul ismiya. It is an example of nominal sentence. Ma hadhihi, what is this? Ma hadhihi, what is this? The jawab is hadhihi mikwatun. This is an iron. Hadhihi mikwatun. This is an iron. Mikwatun, it is an iron used for ironing clothes. So it is an example of jumlatul ismiya, nominal sentence. So hadhihi is mubtada and mikwatun is khabar. You also have liman hadhihi. Who owns this? Liman hadhihi. Or this is for who? Liman hadhihi. Who owns this? هذه لخالد. This is for Khalid. هذه لخالد. This is for Khalid. So هذه is the mubtada, it is the subject of the sentence. لخالد is the khabar. As جار ومجرور. لخالد is the combination of حرف جر and اسم المجرور. In that case we call it جار ومجرور. So it is the khabar as جار ومجرور. We have other examples which includes هذا أنف وهذا فم. هذا أنف, this is a nose. وهذا فم, and this is a mouth. This is a mouth. So هذا is the mubtada, أنف is the khabar. And then the other one is وهذا. The waw is حرف عطف. The هذا is the mubtada again, and فم is the khabar, which is the mouth. We have هذه أذن وهذه عين. هذه أذن, this is an ear. An ear, E-A-R. And then وهذه عين, and this is an eye. And this is an eye. So we are using هذه for anything that has pairs, like an ear, we have 2 ears. Every human being has 2 ears. And then we have aynun. Also, we have 2 eyes. We have rijulun. We have 2 legs. And then anything that has pairs, we use feminine in Arabic language. We use hadhihi. We use tilka. We use feminine nouns to describe them or to point at them. It's asma'ul ishara. They have to be feminine. Like we have famun is the mouth, is one. We have one mouth. Everyone has one mouth. So we use hada famun. Hada famun. We have anfun, nose. We have, every man has one nose. So you say hada anfun. But when it comes to something that is 2 in pairs, we use hadihi, like the eye. Hadihi aynun. This is an eye. هذه رجل, this is a leg. هذه يد, this is a hand, because we have 2 hands. So when pointing at one, use هذه. We have to use هذه. We cannot use هذا because it is in pairs. So inshallah, we'll stop here until our next episode. وصلى اللهم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Qur'ano la fasarolu haditholu londolu nyilbebe koylema nenete nyinkuti fikiyate lonnola salo dunte nonola songoninja ko hinjo tawhidu lenkuti fikiyate lonnola salo dunte nonola songoninja ko hinjo tawhidu lenkuti